The young man Dai Luat reached down and remarked, "There isn't a single blade of grass here. It seems this dimensional battlefield is truly harsh for a newcomer like me. The ground looks like a large section was just excavated. First, let's leave this desolate place. In the Starlight Continent, I truly don't want to actively absorb other people's spiritual energy. After all, watching people shrivel up in front of me is still hard to accept. If you're talking about unorthodox cultivators on this dimensional battlefield and human entities like savage beasts, yes, there are quite a few of them. Right, let my cultivation advance further, and make the Starlight Continent a synonym for the horrors of the dimensional battlefield." As he walked, he suddenly noticed something then froze. Looking back, it turned out that the other disciples were so afraid of Brother Xiao that they had carved a warning sign, "Dangerous forbidden area, forbidden area." Why is my birthplace also a forbidden area? Is it because nothing can grow here? And why does the sign look like it was just carved? The soul cultivator immediately warned, "Dai Luat, quickly leave this place. Where you just entered, there's a floating island above. Something abnormal definitely indicates a problem. Leaving quickly is the best policy." He stared up wide-eyed. "Oh whoa, it's again." Then, pretending to be knowledgeable, he lectured the simple-minded soul cultivator. "Hey, so, you probably haven't read many books. This is called an illusion, a type of optical phenomenon. I can explain it in detail for you." The soul race member heard this guy was too foolish to argue with, so he didn't bother to continue, saying, "Forget it. First, go southeast. There you'll find an opportunity to increase your devour power." At this moment, on Brother Shah's Starlight Flying Island, King John was controlling the magic artifact and exclaimed in praise, "This artifact is truly miraculous. It can create an island in the air. However, the energy consumption is considerable. Using these 6-pointed star crystals, it feels like we can't sustain it for long." Brother Xiao smiled and replied, "This is just pocket change. The war reparations from a while back are enough for us to float here for several hundred years. King Jian, I brought you here because I need you to read a sign based on the current terrain." Before he finished speaking, King Jian understood and immediately set to work. "Sect Master, I will work overtime to design 3 new architectural plans for the dimensional stronghold." Brother Xiao said, The request is very simple," but King Jian's immediate reply left Xiao speechless. "I understand. It must be elegant and high class, while exuding luxury, yet still maintaining subtlety and grace. The Sect Master can come review the proposals in 3 days." Xiao was completely speechless. Unknowingly, King Jiang had evolved into a fully matured A-side, so he left King Jiang alone, and returned to interact with the system. As the A-side client, I should also go out and earn some project funds. The dimensional battlefield isn't just about killing. There are countless resources and treasures. However, my current appearance has probably spread throughout the surrounding continents, making things inconvenient for me. System. Upgrade the forging room. Also, list the additional equipment I can forge after the upgrade, preferably something that can hide my face. The system replied, "Based on the host's request, I suggest forging the Jade Sun combo, including the Jade Sun mask, Jade Sun robe, Jade Sun clothes, and Jade Sun boots. There are 2 weapon options, the Jade Sun spear and the Jade Sun sword. Choose one of the 2. Gathering the complete Jade Sun combo can significantly increase defense and speed, and provide super powerful support for fire-based techniques, as well as a concealment effect." Brother Xiao quickly concluded, "This time I'm going out to find treasure, and luck is extremely important. It's best to choose the sword. Since ancient times, the luck associated with spear-type weapons has been terrible. Haven't you seen? Even Athena, wielding a long spear, is always the first one to fall in battle." Boast. Rumors like this are superstition. Trust science. If I go by what you say, your existence isn't scientific either. You are the greatest threat to science. That's a different matter entirely. They still need the host to provide the corresponding materials, and I also need contribution points. Okay. It's finished forging. The armor is complete. Brother Xiao changed into the clothes, which were bright red from head to toe. Then he lamented, "It probably increases strength by 20. It looks quite ordinary, not exactly a divine artifact." The system replied, "After all, this is a combo that can be mass-produced. We can also upgrade the equipment for the disciples later. The equipment is ready, so it's time to set off. However, how can I pinpoint the location of the hidden treasury in such a vast dimensional battlefield? The system has a treasure-seeking artifact, you know, but the price." Zhao immediately slapped his hands together. "That's right. I've got a way." He opened the gate and returned to the Supreme Sect. Dan Duan was surprised. Sect Master, you returned so quickly." The disciple's resentment hasn't completely dissipated yet. The very next second, he turned around again. Whoa, he came back fast. Then he casually threw out 2. "Thanks." Then he clasped his hands in prayer. Duan asked, "Sect Master, what are you doing?" "Silence. I am casting lots, praying to the gods to ask if this trip will yield abundant gains." With a thud, the 2 objects landed on the ground. "Holy crap. It's those two foul-mouthed brats. Excellent. It's a perfect divination. Furthermore, Damson landed face up, and Elder Cat landed face down. Great fortune. Great gains. The system was also speechless. Boast. Listen to yourself. Does that sound like human speech? He ignored the system, and dragged the two brats along to war. Furthermore, based on the direction they fell, great gains lie to the southeast. This is the way. Boast. Do you really think you can rely on mysticism? Consider my treasure search device again. The price is negotiable. He completely ignored it. Nonsense. These two aren't mysticism. They are concept gods. BunRv. Remember to design a sufficiently large treasure vault for me. BunRv was speechless as well. Sect Master. Plus those two living treasures. Someone is definitely going to have bad luck on this trip. I'm a little curious who it will be. The scene shifts to young Dai Lu. He was sweating as he spoke. Summaries. Doing this is a little against the rules. I clearly discovered this Manjusaka flower first. How can you ambush me and seize it? The two men in black and white robes replied. Ha ha. How naive of you to say that. This must be your first time on the dimensional battlefield, right? You only have peak Huang level cultivation. We are in a good mood today, so well spared your life. Scram quickly, or else, I will teach you what Xuan level means. Just as he finished speaking, the white-robed man kicked the young man hard in the stomach. The young man was furious. He looked at the flower and said, I originally didn't want to create killing karma, but why do you keep forcing me? The young man clenched his fist, preparing to use the star-absorbing art. He then saw the two men pointing at him in panic, gasping, Ard. It turned out that Tiu had already teleported over at some point and snatched the prize first. The young man, still unaware, continued to brag. Only now do you know fear, you dogs. Too late.